Balasana, child's pose. Try to flatten your upper back and your spine as best as you're able. If your knees hurt in this position, well, you could do your puppy pose, right? Butt up and then drop the head still. That would work just great. And then just let your spine release and relax in this posture, and let the weight of your body just be a little bit more heavy and settling on the floor. And activate your breath, your Ujjayi breath. Breathing in and out of your nose and letting yourself relax, release the thoughts in your mind. There's always a gazillion of them. Just start bringing your attention right onto you and onto your breath. Nice big open back as you breathe in and out. Good, and then we'll come up seated on our heels if possible. We'll start out with our twist, right? Just to let the spine wake up a little bit. So sit on your right sit bone, slide off your right heel. You'll be lopsided a little bit. And then we turn to the right. The left hand can be grabbing the right knee. I know you can't see it. My mat is a little too dark. I need a white mat, yoga mat. Hint, hint for Christmas. Just kidding. Open the chest and drop the right shoulder and try to rotate your head towards the back. Just allowing. So if you do your right foot flat or one of the leg flat, you turn towards the thigh. Good. So gently breathing into the waist area and your lower back. And letting the breath just release the constriction you may feel. We're massaging the lower back and kidney on that left side especially. And then inhale, look forward, releasing. Come on up onto your hands and knees and into your down dog. So you could do a short version if you want here. Just lengthening the legs and your back. Keeping your feet hip width apart. Hollow the belly in and up. Nice deep breath. Deep exhale. Letting the blood circulate right into your brain here. Good, and we'll take a couple more. Just letting all the thoughts and the worry of the day just drop one by one. And deepen your breath through it. Nice. We'll come seated onto our knees again. So feel free to do the other version of your twist. right? You could do the one with the legs straight with a crossover or on the inside. Otherwise, mermaid twist. Sitting on your left sit bones this time, on your left side. Make sure you do the opposite of what you did before. Turn left. Release the shoulder, the left shoulder. And just be patient, right? Stay here and now, inflating the constricted side of your torso, your waist, and maybe the upper back a little bit. Finding extra room with each breath. Good. Last two. Last one. Inhale to look forward, and then exhale, release the spine completely. Come on back into your downward facing dog. Maybe a longer version this time, a fuller version of your down dog. Nice big breath, relaxing that chest down a little bit. Nice. Last one. Walking yourself backwards onto your feet into your ragdoll. So feet stay apart. Grab opposite elbows if you can. And drop the torso. Let the weight of the torso be heavy. You can bend the knees here to soften the hamstring. And again, breathing openly. If your back hurts, you bend the knees even more. Bring your belly to your thighs. It's not about straight legs or anything like this. It's more about finding room in your body, extra room that you didn't have before. You're going to swing the torso from side to side right in front of your legs. And then move, inhale, exhale, and just let the lower back release further. Good, last few movements. Release the arms, come centered, bend the knees, roll the spine up. Take an inhale with that. And sweep the arms up and overhead. Relax the shoulders. We'll take a couple more breaths with the arms up. Good. Let's take one last. And then hands at the heart in your Tadasana. Feet together and stay right where you are. I'm just going to fix my camera here. It's a little off. My head is cut off. So Tadasana. Palms together. Shoulders are down and back. Communication and a harmony, harmonizing with others and yourself this month. And communicating, not being afraid of speaking your truth, of speaking out what needs to be said sometimes. So that's our theme this month, and you can apply it to yourself first, right? Often we don't even want to tell ourselves the truth. what we know is right and what feels wrong. So we gotta kind of take the cobwebs out of our eyes and start seeing things a little bit more clear. And the more we want to do that, the more we can see. Nice big breath. So make that your focus for your practice maybe tonight. And we'll sit back into a chair. So keep the hands at the heart, shoulders are rolled back, and then we move the hips and glutes way back there. Keep the torso straight up if you can. Making a chair with your body, breathe in, breathe out. Take 2 more breaths and we sit lower. Bring your belly to your thighs, but stay low with your quads and arms forward if you can. If you cannot, use your hands for a block right on the floor here. And then move back a little bit. Releasing, hands to floor, forward fold. Good. Inhale, roll up, round the back, and lift your spine. Sweep the arms. Looking up, hands at the heart. Tadasana. Deep breath. Pausing. Right after the effort in yoga, we do a counter posture or relaxation posture. That's quite often. Let's take an inhale, reach the arms up. We'll sit into our chair again if you can, this way with the arms alongside the ears. Squeeze your lower belly. Find your glutes and quads here. Keep your gaze in front of you. And then we'll bring belly to thighs really low here, pushing back with the sit bones. Take another breath. And then exhale, fold. Releasing into your standing forward fold. Nice deep breath. Let's walk your hands forward for your downward dog. And then bring your feet hip width apart again. Smooth your ujjayi breath. Continuously. Good. We'll bring the feet together at the back of your mat. So toes are touching. And then we'll step right foot forward. Back heel to mat, warrior one. Try to find your balance as you come up. Hip bones are facing forward as you come into your warrior one. Breathe in. Relax. Shoulders are down and back. Take another 2 breaths. Open the chest to your right. Right arm back. Left arm forward. So a twist at the waist here. If your back hurts, lean in a little bit. Nice deep breath. Last one. Inhale, let's reach the arms up. Straighten your front knee for your pyramid pose. You may need blocks here. Take an inhale, move up and back, open the chest. Tailbone under. Last one. Look up towards the ceiling and then exhale, we move forward. Keep the palms touching, fingertips pointing forward, arms alongside your ears the entire time. If you need to release your hands, do that. Lengthening through the ankles, knees, hamstrings, hips even. Good. One last breath. Come on up, warrior two. Windmill around, facing the left side of your mat. I'm losing it here. Deep breath. Good. Last 2 breaths. Nice. Inhale. Sweep the arms. Stay in your warrior 2. Sit the left sit bone, the left inner thigh here a little bit more. And then exhale, releasing hands at the top of your mat. We'll step back either into a plank or onto your knees. Pause for 2 more breaths. And then push back, downward dog. Nice. Inhale, come forward into your plank or onto your knees. Take an inhale here. And exhale, lower down. Low push-up, your version. Inhale, forehead to mat. Feet are close together. Let's shrug the shoulders forward and then exhale, roll back as you lift the chest. Cobra. Big breath. Last one. And releasing back. Child's pose or downward dog. Relying on your breath as you settle here, whatever posture you've chosen. We'll come up. Those of you in down dog, come down. Those of you in child's pose, come up for your malasana squat. So you could do the version with the feet apart. I'm going to turn so you can see me in the camera. You can. Let's all do this version. If your knee hurts, of course, lift those hips. Use the floor. Otherwise, just come down all the way. Do the best you can. Have something underneath your heels, a rolled mat or a blanket, and start leaning back onto your heels. Deep breath. Deep exhale. And standing forward fold. At the back of your mat. Or wherever you are, it's fine. We'll meet up again. And then drop the chest here. Come a little deeper into your forward fold. Breathing in and breathing out. We'll take one more. Bend the knees and round the spine here. Come on up. You can come, Kiki. We have a cat coming in. Big breath. Sweep the arms. Big exhale, staying, and then hands at the heart center in your Tadasana. Just relax the shoulders. Pause right here. This is your time of reabsorbing, right? All that we did and just restoring a little bit. Good. One last breath. Keeping the hands at the heart, sitting back into your chair. So you can have your feet apart or together, up to you. Keep the knees aligned with the ankles. Hollow the belly, breathe in. And then bring your belly close to your thighs, look to the floor. Sit further back with your sit bones. Standing fold, hands to floor. Big breath. Good, one more. Walking forward into your downward facing dog. Rotate those shoulders externally. Make sure they don't squeeze into your neck. Right? We want room there. Nice deep breath. Good. One more. Let's step. Left foot comes forward for your warrior one. Back heel to mat. And then come on up. Again, keep the hip bone squarely facing forward. Good. One last breath. Bring that front quad almost parallel to the floor or completely. Open up to your left for a twist. Left arm back, right arm forward. Moving from the waist here. Nice deep inhale. Good. One more. Inhale, arms up and overhead, facing forward. Straighten your front knee for your pyramid pose. So lifting the chest, moving backwards a little bit of a back bend if you can. Looking up. Last breath. And then come forward. So nice long back. Keep the arms alongside your ears if possible. If you need blocks here to release the arms, you could. Otherwise, draw the chest down over your front thigh. One side's going to be easier. This is a little bit iffy on my end. Deep breath. And inhale, windmill up, warrior two. So the left leg is pointing forward. Relax in this posture. Make this your relaxation pose. Good. One last breath. Let's sit. Sit that right inner thigh to the floor a little closer. Windmill the arms down. Stepping into your plank or onto your knees. Deep breath. Open the chest. And then downward dog. Pushing back. Take one more breath in your down dog. Inhale into your plank or on your knees and exhale to lower down. Low push-up. Belly to mat. Forehead to mat. Let's start rolling the shoulders up and back. Keep the shoulder blades nice and clasp on your spine to lift and back bend. Cobra. Deep breath. And pressing back, child's pose or downward dog. Again, follow what your body wants to do, what your practice wants. Easing yourself into your posture. Finding a little bit more openings. Good, we'll take a couple more breaths here. We'll start coming up into our Malasana squat. So as we did before, just bring your feet apart or hip width, right? Mine are fairly close together because I'm comfortable in this posture, or fairly, I'm not exactly perfect, but you can have your feet wider at the edges of your mat. And then engage your bandhas, your mula, your root block, and your Uddiyana bandha, your navel. Squeezing the inner thighs. We're repairing the blood circulation right into the hips area, through the leg, and into your feet and ankles. Last breath. Let's come up. So you can either do your standing fold or come on up like an elevator. Use your quad, not your knees as you push up. Inhale, reaching. And exhale, right arm goes back, left arm stays up. Good, move to turn the torso to your right for like a semi-twist. You can press the hand on your lower back if you want, or towards the glute. And then arch sideways, look to the right. Or behind your leg if you prefer. Deep breath. Let the twist happen. Pressing the hip bones forward and falling back slightly. Inhale, look forward, windmill forward, all the way down into your standing fold, easing your back. Breathe into your spine. Nice big breath. Big exhale. Last one. Inhale, roll up. Sweep the arms, palms up and overhead. And then twist to your left, other side of what you did before. Drop the left hand on your lower back or however you had it before. Look to the floor. It's a twisted back bend slightly. Press the hip bones forward if you can, if your back permits. Deep breath. Last one. Inhale, windmill forward and all the way down to release your spine one more time. Ease the knees here. Come close to your thighs if possible. Good, deep breath. Inhale, reverse swan, so flat spine as you come up. Sweeping the arms, Tadasana when you arrive. All right, great. We'll do both our Garudasana and our Vrikshasana. So eagle pose. For those of you who can't remember your Sanskrit, I'm losing it because I'm not teaching enough. Anyway, all right, let's drop the knees forward. So I'll go sideways. Forward. Knees together, feet together, right, like you're going skiing or something. And then we'll bring that right leg up. Wrap over. Shoulders are down and relax. Squeeze the inner thighs here. So if you feel fairly secure, let's move the arms, right arm under. For those of you, this is easy. We sit back, so I'm going to attempt to do that. I have some vein issues in that left leg, so we'll see what happens. So you want to sit your sit bones first, and then bring those elbows to your knee. And then hang out. Deep breath. Inhale to come up. And releasing. Sweep the arms. Deep forward fold. Exhale. All the way down. Big breath. Lifting the sit bones here. And inner thighs move back a little bit. Good. Inhale. Reverse swan with a nice flat back. Sweep the arms. Exhale. Tadasana. Pause. Preparing for the other side. So I'm going to put this inside. Here we go. Dropping the knees forward. And then when you feel ready, you tiptoe the left foot and wrap the left thigh over the right. Left arm under. Sitting if you want, can. And then gaze in front of you like an eagle, looking for his prey. Inhale to come up and release. Feet together, sweep the arms. We'll widen the stance here, feet apart about the edges of your mat. And then exhale, fold. Bend the knees deeply. Yes, stay on your mat with your feet. You don't have to go wider than that. And then we'll bring the arms on the inside of the legs. And then tuck your torso inside. So you got to bend the knees to do this. Looking behind you. If you want, you can wrap the arms around the ankles. If you can't reach, don't worry about it. Let the crown of the head face the floor as best you can. Last 2 breaths. Lifting the sit bones a little bit more. And then releasing. Release the arms. Roll up. Inhale. Sweep the arms. Palms overhead, touching if possible. Tiptoe here. Ankles are stretched out. Reaching for the heavens. We have a ceiling above the head, but there's more beyond that. All right, take another breath. Yes, and exhale. Releasing. Tadasana. Pausing. Again, cycling your breath. We're going to start our tree pose. So again, if you can't do your tree pose, there's many versions of it. We start with the right leg, but you can grab the knee, open it. You could stay here. Some of you can grab the ankle, push onto the thigh, and even keep the hold of your ankle. Otherwise, the full version, arms up and overhead. It is best to do your practice on a hard surface. We're on the carpet here, and it's quite cushiony, actually. It's a little harder. But over time, we become good at it. One last breath. Hands at the heart center. And then releasing your legs. All right, shake those hips if need be. We'll start on the other side. So again, take your time, gaze on one spot. You want to relax while you do this. You don't want to fight this pose. Concentrate, breathe. And then once you feel pretty ready, just start moving into the posture. Couple more breaths, everyone. Last one. Hands at the heart center, and then releasing. Release your legs. All right, nice. Turn to the side of your mat for your wide-legged standing fold. Heels out, toes in. Mini back bend first. Hands on your lower back. Fingertips facing forward. Plump up those glutes, right? Squeeze them. And then lift the heart up and away from your lower back. Look to the ceiling. You don't have to go far to do this. Breathe. It's okay. We can be here. Inhale. Start moving. Center. Hands to waist. Flat back. Come halfway forward. Pause here. And make sure your knees are soft, not locked in. We'll drop the head. Keep the hands at your waist if you're able. If you need your hands on the floor for balance, do that. Let the crown of the head aim to the floor. Doesn't have to touch. We want to keep the nice, long, flat back. If you're at ease and you need a little bit more width with your leg, go for that. A little bit of an inch there or half will get you to the floor with your top of the head. All right, those of you who want to interlace the hands behind your back, if you want to drop your hands to the floor, go ahead and do that. And then do your shoulder opener. Extend the arms. And stay. One last breath. Releasing hands to floor, flat back, lift the chest. Breathe. Good, one more. Nice. And then we'll heel toe the feet to the closer together. And then let's come on the floor here somehow. I'll stay facing you. So let's come seated somehow. For your seated pigeon. So you can use a blanket, yes. We'll start with the left leg. So right leg is straight. You're sitting on the floor or a blanket as is needed. If your hips are tight, we sit on the blanket. It's easier. And then bring the right foot in. I don't know if you can see me. My mat is black or blue, and then my leggings are deep purple. So again, bring that right foot in as close as you're able without leaning back, right? We're not leaning back here. I'm keeping myself from leaning so I can get into that left hip. Good, one last breath. So we stay with the ankle crossed, and we're going to drop the right knee and move that leg to the floor, so leaning on that right side. Yes? Double pigeon. Should we try? It's very, very hard, double pigeon. So right shin on the floor first. Align it with the side of your mat or the front of your mat. And then left leg on top. So I'm really far away from my ankle here. I'm going to cross. So left leg crosses over for those of you who are really tight in your hips like me. Keep the foot and the knee at the same level. There should be no knee pain here, right? Let those knees come up and sit on your sit bones evenly here, right? This is how far the width is of my knees here and my feet. Lean forward or not. Big breath. Big exhale. All right, we'll undo. Bring those knees in. Release the legs straight for your seated forward fold. Last breath, everyone. Relax the torso down. Nice. Other side for your pigeon, so come on up. Right ankle over left knee or whatever you didn't do before. Right, make sure your torso sits tall. Keep the sit bone nice and firm on the floor. Left leg in. It's really not much to do here except breathing and nurturing that right hip. Bring the left foot closer if you're able. I have tight hips, so I can't. Deep breath. Deep exhale. Both sit bones are evenly seated here. We should feel them the same way. Couple more breaths. All right, real nice. We're going to lean the left knee to the floor. And then we want to stack right ankle over left knee. I'm going to face you. Left shin right here on the floor in front of you. Align it with the mat. Make sure there's a big gap. It's not a cross leg, right? And then cross that right foot in front of the left knee here, right? Flex your feet and you should feel those hip bones. If your knees are hurting, bring the knees up. Don't let them drop completely and sit tall, right? So, yeah, find a way where your knees are not involved, right? We're accessing the hips here. And then lean forward with a nice flat back. You could walk. Some of you are very, very open in this posture. So you could flatten yourself over the thighs here, over the shins. Deep breath. Good. 1, 2 more breaths. Last one. And let's come back up. Ooh la la. Okay. That's pretty deep on the hips here. All right, seated forward fold, but the wide version. So Upavishta Konasana. Engage the quads. We'll sweep the arms up and overhead. Big breath here, right? To try to find space in your lower back and side waist. And then move forward. Keep the arms alongside your ears. Hinge at the hips with the torso. And then inhale, come on back up. So we're going to do a few of those. And then exhale forward. Inhale, come on back up. Use your strength of your legs to do this. Exhale. And then drop the hands wherever you are at. Good. One last breath. Walking yourself towards your right leg. So keep your legs wide open and then bring your torso chest towards your right knee. Inhale, come a little bit higher off the leg and then move straight over to your left. Nice big breath. Inhale, let's come back up. Bring those legs together and yeah, we'll roll back. You can roll or you can lie back. Recline twist. Again, you could do whatever version you want. I'm going to do both my knees together. Feel free to follow me. Drop your knees on your right. Good. We'll take another 2 breaths here. Flattening your left shoulder on the mat for sure. And maybe part of your left side of your upper torso. Bring it closer to the floor. And then inhale, knees in. Other side, exhale. Expanding through the inner breath. And then releasing a little closer to a deeper twist as you exhale. Good. Last breath. Okay, good. We'll come onto our backs for your bridges. Have your blocks ready. Or one block, that's all we need. So we'll do our bridge without the block to begin with. And we'll finish with the block. So feet hip width apart again for your bridge. You want the feet close to your glutes, and you want to be able to touch them with your fingertips, your heels at least. Come on up and tuck the arms from the shoulders underneath you. Tailbone moves up towards the knees. And then press against the floor with your feet to lift the quads up and behind you a little bit more. Aim the quads towards the ceiling over behind your head. We'll stay a little longer on this one. Lift the chin off your chest so your neck is not flat, but you're on your shoulders. And then we go higher. If you have knee pain, turn your toes out or your toes in, right? Check it out. Depends on your type of knee issue. We'll take another breath, lift, and then slowly we'll release. We'll take a break here before we put the block. And then walk your feet to the edges of your mat for your windshield wipe. So feet are apart, and then drop the knees on one side. Deep stretch here in the upper thigh, lower back, glutes. the entire lymphatic system here. There's some nodes where we release the toxins, lymph nodes, right? So we're helping all this right now to flush it out. Relax. I need a lot of that. I have some circulatory system issues. Again, a side effect from my brain injury. It's wonderful. Brain injury. All right, I'm moving to the other side now. Feel free to do the same. Again, let that breath be part of you so it can cleanse and help the toxins move through, but also to affect your mental state, right? We want to calm all of this down. Deep breath. All right, we'll come back center. Again, do your setup for your bridge. Have your block ready. Try to use the highest part of your block. You can use books, a stack of books or things. You know, be creative when you're at home. Sometimes you don't have the props. All right, so come on up in your bridge and try to place the block underneath your sacrum, the flat part of the lower back. The higher you go, you're going to tiptoe to get in usually, then release the heels, interlace the hands. We'll just stay there and let the stretch happen in your quads. And then let the hip bones are going to kind of spread apart a little bit naturally. If your lower back hurts when you do this, you're on your lower back with your block, so you want to place it lower, closer to your glutes, on the flat part of the lower back, sacrum. So you don't have to interlace your hands. You could keep your palm flat. Make sure you tuck the arms from the shoulders. And then we're going to heel toe the feet forward until the legs become straight, or as straight as we can manage without hurting ourselves. Keep the balls of the feet on the mat. So deep stretch, deep back bend. So don't go too far, right? Be mindful of your body and what it's telling you. Breathe openly in the navel area. Bring your legs closer together, maybe. And then we'll bring that right foot flat on the floor. Keep the left leg straight, only one leg. Ball of the foot on the mat, the left one. Good, let's bring that left leg up. Tuck the belly to lift the quad here, lift the thigh. It's pretty heavy. And then go straight up. We're doing the reverse of what we normally do. Again, you can rotate your foot around and release, relax. Draining the legs a little bit. I need a lot of that. This morning I couldn't walk or barely. Luckily, it's all better now. And then releasing your left knee into your thigh, into your belly, your thigh into your belly, and then feet flat on the floor. We'll again heel toe both legs forward as far as we're able, keeping the balls of the feet on the mat. So it's a deep arch here. And then breathe right in between the hip bones, into the pubic area. Expand the skin here. Consolidate the inner thighs towards the floor a little bit more. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Tailbone aims towards your heels, right? Make sure you're arching, but yet lengthening the back at the same time. Last breath. We'll bring the left foot flat, so like a bridge on the floor. Keep that right leg straight. Maybe straighten it more. Good. Let's lift the right leg straight up. Inhale. Nice and easy on the way up. Bend the knee if your back is a little tweaky. And then once you're set, right leg stays straight up. Again, you can rotate the right foot around. One more breath. Right knee into your belly. So those of you who want to stay on the higher block here, you could. It's really not normally what we do for the legs up the wall. You want the flat back, a flat part of the block. But due to my leg deep thrombosis vein that I have here, I'm going to stay up. Okay, so feel free to do your legs up the wall, on the block, without the wall, or your shoulder stand, or like I am doing. I'm staying on the highest part of the block. Big belly, just relax. Make sure you're anchoring well with your shoulders, arms, and your block. Staying steady and without moving. Just the breath moves through you. Try to stay a little longer. And then we'll start bringing the knees into your belly. If you're in your shoulder stand, do your halasana. Then we'll slowly release the legs, one at a time maybe. Remove the block. So watch out when you remove the block here. Tailbone tucked on up towards the sky. And then one vertebrae at a time, rounding your back on the floor until the sacrum touches. Now you take your time if you're on the highest part of the block. Good, very nice, everyone. And then lengthening the spine and back flat. You can move into your reclined butterfly. If you did shoulder stand, do your fish pose. We'll do our happy baby in a minute. Again, cycling your breath, slowing it down a little bit. Just coming into harmony with your own body, right? With whatever situation you have or pains you may be, it should feel a little better after class, or a lot better. Those of you who are ready, right, do your counter posture. So happy baby pose, maybe another twist. Keeping your lower back on the floor in your happy baby. And then you can feel free to go into your Shavasana. I'm going to do one more twist here. With my left knee in into a one-legged supine twist, guiding my knee to the right. You can follow me or just move into your Shavasana. Once you've done about 3 breaths minimum, move to the other side. Just feeling completely in harmony, in communication with your different bodies, right? Your emotional body, your physical body in this case here. Your mental body, right? We can be super active mentally. So all this should come into balance. Shavasana corpse pose. We'll start wiggling our toes and fingers to wake ourselves up. Roll your hips from side to side, your lower back on the floor maybe a little bit. Then we'll start bringing the feet flat on the floor. You can bring your knees in if you prefer, or roll onto your left side in fetal pose. Knees together, head onto your arm or blanket. And we'll start sitting up. Easy pose. Give yourself a little prayer, a little good thought. Namaste. A great evening. Thank you.